Whoosh! Hello, Booktube. I am back one last time. I feel like singing Hamilton right now. One last time, George Washington's coming home. Except I'm not coming home. I'm going away. So I am in my last week of high school and I don't feel like doing Booktube over the summer. And when people ask me, why did you start a Booktube channel, I say because I wanted to talk about books with someone, and why not record it and put it on the internet instead of just talking to myself like a crazy person. So basically putting videos on YouTube gave me an excuse to talk about books, and I've really enjoyed a year of Booktube. I just started calling it that today. But I really started this in August, and I've done it through May pretty weekly. I have about 40 videos, 30 to 40 videos maybe, and I'm very happy with the way it's turned out, the things I've been able to share with y'all and interact with y'all about. So the reason I started it was so I could talk to people about books. And why am I ending it? Words are hard. I'm ending it because I am not going to be able to keep it up regularly when I'm at college one day. And it served its purpose, and I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna be an English major and I'm gonna go conquer the world. So yeah, you can just keep talking about books amongst yourselves. You can follow me on Goodreads below. You can also follow me on my blog where I occasionally post book reviews and talk a lot about life and other less bookish things. But I have a few reading tips for you today, and one more question that I'm going to answer, and then I'm going to tell you what I'm reading, and just wrap this channel up in a nice, strong way. Okay, first, let's do this question. How do you push through reading those books that you don't enjoy but feel like you need to read anyway? Well, right now I'm currently reading a bunch of economics books, and I have to answer questions about them. So answering questions for school books always helps me be like, okay, I'm not reading this like in depth necessarily. I'm just looking for the answers to these questions and to get the general concepts. You don't need to know every little detail of what they're trying to get across, because sometimes they just go way too in-depth and you just need to get what you can out of it, because I'm not going to be an economics major or anything, so it's really just to get a grasp on the basic concepts of macroeconomics. But for fiction books that I'm not enjoying, I tend to DNF them, which means did not finish them. I have no shame in putting a book down. Usually once I get 50% of the way in, though, I will keep reading it, and I will force myself to read it through speed reading, where you are sitting up rather than like lounging, and you are kind of keeping track of the time and trying to read it fast. You move your finger under the words. It helps to chew gum. It helps to skip the filler words like he said, she said, and descriptions of emotions and stuff. Just like focus on, all right, where are they going now and what are they doing, just so you can get the grasp of the rest of the book, because you don't want to spend a whole lot of time in a book that you don't enjoy, because there's so many good things to read, and your TBR list, your to be read list, is a million miles long. So obviously you want to focus on that rather than books that you don't enjoy. Some reading tips for you who are still struggling to read, or for myself, because I only read 2 books in the month of April. I am reading a fiction book, and a non-fiction book usually helps me. I'm not currently doing that, but that usually helps me, because whenever I'm bored of one, I go read the other. Right now, instead of doing that, I'm reading a classic and a contemporary fiction. I'm reading Mansfield Park by Jane Austen and A Man Called Ove by Frederick Backman. I think that's how you say that. And I'm really enjoying A Man Called Ove. It's really easy to just, sit back and like read the story. Mansfield Park is obviously Jane Austen. It's a little more intense, but I appreciate Jane Austen as an author, and I just love the way that she writes, and I don't know what it is, but I can read Jane Austen and I enjoy her. But sometimes it's just a little too heavy and you just want something fun and goofy, and this has made me laugh out loud already, so I'm really enjoying it. Right now I'm forcing myself through the Elsie Dinsmore series. I am not enjoying it as much as I did as an 8-year-old, and yeah, I'm really forcing myself through that one. I'm on book 3 of 8. And I honestly don't know how I'm going to finish it. Sometimes I just need to sit down and say, I'm going to finish this book today. And I sit down for 2 solid hours and I finish that book. And then you just move on. Like, that's the best way to finish a book you're not enjoying, is to just sit down and do it. And if it's a really, really long book, like if you're struggling through Les Mis or Moby Dick or War and Peace, just quit. There's no shame in quitting. I don't want you to torture yourself and then hate that classic for the rest of your life without ever having fully given it your best self. So save it for a time where you will enjoy it, because there's always going to be a time where you'll enjoy some book later on down the road. Maybe you'll just hate a book for the rest of your life, and that's okay. It's okay to hate books. Just don't hate the authors and be respectful of the people who do like the books that you hate. Okay, so in conclusion, I just have one more thing to say. Thank you for talking about books, and I'd love to connect with new subscribers on Goodreads, or please subscribe to my blog list and you will get all the updates, and I will maybe possibly be back one day. And until then, I will just post whatever videos I feel like. Like I have this Hamilton, what do you call it? It's basically my version of a Hamilton song. What do you call that? Anyway, and I might post that, and otherwise, I will see you never. Just kidding. Go back and watch all my old videos and laugh at how terrible they were, and then subscribe to me if you haven't already, because you won't be getting a ton of videos, but you'll get some, and they might not be about books, but they'll be fun. Also, if you do like Jane Austen, I have the official Jane Austen book club. I am the creator and moderator of it, and so go to Goodreads and search the official Jane Austen book club under groups tab, and you will find me and like 200 other people, and we are having a blast over there. So definitely go check that out if you like Jane Austen, because she's my favorite author. That's a video too. You can go look in my profile. Anyway, don't forget, the book was better, and I'll see y'all next time.